The Penn State Nittany Lions are one win away from a national championship appearance, and while they are still considered the underdogs, they are my pick to win it all. You asked for it and we delivered. It's Fan Friday, and you, the fans, chose today's topic for point of view. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let us know who you think will continue their improbable run. Now, I'm not saying I'm surprised to see Penn State in this position considering their path to this point, but they were the lowest ranked team in the preseason AP poll among the teams remaining, and the sportsbooks haven't put much faith into them either, but from what we've seen, I just think it's all coming together perfectly for them to claim their first national championship since 1986, and it starts with their defense. That unit epitomizes the Big Ten with its toughness and ability to strangle the life out of their opponents. Including the playoffs, the Nittany Lions have allowed the 5th least yards per game and the 7th least points per game in the FBS. And it's translated to the playoffs with ease, as they've given just 24 points through 2 games to teams that both ranked in the top 10 in points per game over the season. SMU was a tough offense for a lot of teams to deal with this year, but I think what Penn State did to Boise State is even more impressive. Against the Heisman finalist Ashton Jeanty, Penn State made him carry the ball 30 times to reach 100 yards on the ground, and he fumbled twice. And while their QB Maddox Madsen had over 300 yards passing, he threw 3 interceptions and just 1 touchdown. Safety Zach E. Wheatley had a huge day for the Lions with a fumble recovery and a pick. Here's what he had to say after the game about how the defense was able to stifle the Broncos' explosive offense.
First I just start off with shouting out Kobe King, who forced the fumble to allow me to get that, and then also Jay Reed on that same play I caught the pick. I think it was like 3rd and 20. He pretty much told me go to the post, let me take the down tight end, go ahead and roam and do what you do. And that same very play that happened. So that just shows you how teamwork and trusting each other, how things can play out. And in terms of the record and 130 yards, I mean, that was a big motivation. We knew who was going against today. We knew that we needed all 11 hats to the ball every single play, because any play you could break one, and we did that the whole game, and did what we had to do.
He hit the nail on the head there because it's been a total team effort that's made them one of the toughest defenses in the country. But great defenses like this one can be put to waste if the offense doesn't take advantage. Well, lucky for them, Drew Allar and company have been lights out this season and have them playing their best ball right now. But before we get more into that, here are the results of this week's poll question. Really not enough love for the Penn State running back, huh? Thanks to everyone who voted. Look out for another question on Monday. Now back to the Lions offense. Allar definitely deserves a lot of the spotlight for the team's success. In just his 2nd season as a starter, he's completed nearly 68% of his pass attempts and thrown for 24 scores to just 7 picks. And that's got him on the NFL draft radar when not many expected that to happen this season. And of course, tight end Tyler Warren is a big part of that. He ranks 2nd in the FBS with 98 catches and over 1,100 yards and should be the first tight end off the board in April's draft. But I have to highlight the Lions' vaunted rushing attack that I think can be the main reason they win the championship. Kaytron Allen and Nick Singleton have been perfect complementary backs this season and became the first duo in Penn State history to eclipse 1,000 rushing yards each. And the offensive line deserves a ton of credit too, of course, as they helped the Lions become one of just 5 Power 4 schools to average over 200 yards on the ground this season, and they are the last of the 5 still playing. So although the other playoff contenders may have an equal or better passing game, no one matches Penn State in their ground game. Here's what head coach James Franklin said when asked how they were able to be so effective in the Fiesta Bowl.
Well, a couple things. I mean, right, everybody wants to talk about the running backs, but one of the things we talk about all the time is the game of football starts up front. Always has, always will. I thought our D-line was disruptive today and was a major factor in the game. I thought our O-line was able to control the line of scrimmage, and we talk about O-line, tight ends, obviously the running backs. You know, that's Kaytron. Kaytron breaks tackles. He runs people over. He is a physical back. And then Nick, obviously, if you give him a crease, he's got a chance to go 80 at any minute. So they're a really good complementary backs. They've been playing together for a long time. And when we're able to get the outside zone going like we were able to do today, kind of opens everything else up and gets people running sideline to sideline, which creates creases. But I'm happy. You know, Nick was trying to, was grinding it out. Wasn't having as much success, then all of a sudden, he was able to break the big one, which was huge. So you love to see that happen. And then, like I said, Kaytron's just a workhorse. So it starts up front with the O-line. They don't get enough credit, but it's great to see those 2 backs have success.
Gotta agree with Coach. It's the whole unit working together that's created their success, and that goes for the whole team. Maybe they can't exactly match up with the Ohio States of the world in terms of talent, but they always seem to be a contender, and I think this is the year they finally seal a deal. So while their run this season isn't necessarily improbable, they aren't going to be most fans' pick to win it all, and I think it's a huge oversight. They're as real as it comes and will be the ones hoisting the trophy in a couple weeks. If you're one of those Penn State fans who also reps the Eagles, man, are you ever spoiled right now, especially with the year that Saquon Barkley is having. For more on how we knew he was the best running back to change teams last offseason, check out this past episode of Point of View. Enjoy the weekend. We hope to see you again next week.